Alright, so we hit 1,000 subscribers on the channel, and I'm thankful to everybody that helped us get here. As you can see, together we can do more. That's the motto, and I kind of wrote that just to remind myself and to remind everybody that this is a together effort. And to kind of complement this, I've been wanting to do this, but I created a website, and the link is seribeats.com, and it's also going to be in the description. But basically, people asked me to do project files, and I didn't know how I was going to do it. Honestly, I thought it was going to be kind of difficult, but I just hopped in and tried to make some stuff. And basically, so far I only have the Carmack type beat, but as you can tell, I labeled it C minor and 130 BPM because I know some beginner producers they struggle a little bit more with that. I remember that used to be a problem, finding the tempo, so I wrote that. And I also thought of the other DAWs because I didn't want it to only be for Ableton, because there's no best DAW. I just prefer Ableton. I really like other DAWs like FL Studio, but obviously Mac users don't have access to that, so it would be unfair if, for example, I was in FL Studio and I only made a FL Studio version of the projects. So basically there's gonna be .wav files. All the tracks are gonna be in .wav, and then there's gonna be the MIDI as well for if you're in like a different DAW than Ableton. But the project looks like this, and basically I reorganized the project so that it would be more easy to understand. Basically each track that you see right here, each color is a different track, and I just did rainbow because I needed a different color for each one. And then there's the drums up here, all the sounds, and basically under each track there is an audio version. So let's say you don't have the Lounge Lizard plugin, which I use to make the chords. If I go ahead and solo the chords, some of you guys remember that. And basically each track has the audio version below it, so you can hear everything and you still have access to the MIDI files. If you do have all of the plugins, if you happen to have all the same plugins, you can go ahead and just listen to the original, it'll work. And the drums, I kept the drum rack. I didn't have to do audio because I actually put together all the samples into the one project so that you can go ahead and listen and actually sample everything and rearrange stuff. And obviously I didn't have that working, but you guys kind of get the point. Now for other DAWs, stay tuned just to go ahead and understand this. For other DAWs, I have a zip file that has audio stems, and then it has the MIDI stems for the main instruments. Now how this works is that, oh shit, I forgot to do the sub instrument. I'm gonna go ahead and also add that, but basically let me get a bunch of audio files. These are all of the tracks but in wave form, so you can go ahead and drag them in however you want, and you can edit all the audio and stuff. But basically, like I said before, it's 130 BPM, so you can go ahead and align that in your DAW, and now you know it's in C minor. So you can go ahead and actually play and add stuff or remove stuff and replace things using the C minor scale and still be in scale. Now the MIDI part of this is it'll play like if I have a MIDI track, it will bring in the MIDI, and then I get to choose the instrument. So insert, yeah, keep the time signature. But basically, as you can tell, these are just notes. Now you can go ahead and find similar sounds or different sounds, or try different instruments as well. And you can, if I even preview it, you guys can hear it's the same melody and everything. And then the chords, I really like this chord progression. I think it's one of the best ones I've made so far for these videos. But basically, you guys get the point. I try to make this as accessible as possible for any DAW, whether you use FL Studio or Ableton or Reaper or Logic or Pro Tools or Sonar, I don't know, anything. But yeah, I will also add the sub MIDI, the 808 that I used for this beat, because I did forget that for that. But basically, yeah, I decided to give it out for free because I didn't know if I wanted to make it paid or not, but I wanted to do things a little bit differently. I do my channel differently, and that's why it's so much more successful than I thought it would be. I try to do different stuff, and then I'm also gonna do this differently, obviously, as well. But basically, if you do have donation or extra money that you want to donate to this website, then that would be greatly appreciated, since I do pay for this. Alright, so I also forgot to mention that for the project, I said you can feel free to make remixes of it or release the song, but it has to be like it has to sound a little bit different at least. And you can name it whatever you want, but also remember to put featuring Sari or whatever, because I do want at least a little bit of credit for that. But also I'm just interested in what you guys would make. And yeah, I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, if you make a remix, go ahead and message me as well, so I can listen to it. I'm actually interested in hearing like what kind of cool stuff is gonna actually come out of this. This will be actually pretty cool. Yeah, as you can tell, also I'm holding my mic in one hand, and that's because I forgot to bring a stand, unfortunately. So for the next 1 or 2 weeks I won't be able to make beat making videos, but I will start as soon as I get a stand, because I'm not going to be trying to make a Pyramid Plaza or a Sam Galatry beat with one hand. I mean, that would be insane. I would be a god to do that, and I can't. So also for the donation, I forgot to go over this. I'm gonna be coming out with eventually, I'm not gonna make it a priority, but eventually I will have like paid sample packs, like a pretty simple thing. It's not gonna go over $10 to $15, because I think that like $20 plus is like plugin range. The sample pack better come with a plugin if I'm paying more than $15, you know. So that'll just be an option eventually. But also there's an AdFly link. It doesn't do too much. It gives me like a couple, like a fraction of a penny. But if you want to donate for free, you can just click on that, and it's one AdFly link. And as well, you can download all the sample kits that I made up in this page right here. And as you can tell, there's going to be 1 or 2, maybe a couple of paid ones that I make down the line. I was going to say something else too. I think it was on the About page. I don't know. Oh yeah, you can go ahead on this website as well as leave a video or a website or a content idea on here. So if you're like creative and you have an idea like of a video, somebody wanted a studio tour video, they messaged me on Snapchat, but you can also leave suggestions, and it will put it into like this big file that I can see, and I can scroll down. And so if you want a specific beat making video, leave it here, and this is where I'm gonna get all my ideas from. So if a lot of people keep suggesting the same guy, then I'll know to do that type of thing. But anyways, I don't want to go on forever. Thanks for supporting my channel, and enjoy the samples that the project that I release, and I'll see you guys next time.